Good Sunday night, everyone. This is Corey here with Zero Meter Chasers. Want to give you guys a quick update. We'll allow some more people to jump in on the stream before we get started. I want to make sure everybody can hear the audio coming through. Everything looks good on my end. I always like to double check. I don't like to go long durations without talking. So you guys just let me know if you can hear me. Again, we'll give everybody about 2 more minutes to join up. Make sure everybody can hear me. And then as long as everybody can confirm that we're good there, we will get started. All good, great. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. Appreciate that. Got a little bit newer of a setup. We're working on some things here at Zero Meter Chasers. Going to start getting a little bit more professional when it comes to things. This is the live radar that you're looking at right now. We have several tornado warnings. Illinois and Indiana has been dealing with a full-blown tornado outbreak today. They've had numerous tornadoes reported on the ground, numerous tornado warnings, and it's been ongoing since about 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. This line has slowly made its way right along the Ohio River here. We'll go ahead and zoom in here, and I'll show you guys a couple of the tornado warnings. We have 5 tornado warnings ongoing right now in the southern Indiana area. And let me put a pause on this radar here at the very end so you guys can kind of see what the current radar looks like. And there's another tornado warning that is coming in. That is going to be for Indiana areas as well. So nothing's in Kentucky technically just yet. If you want to get real technical, we do have, I guess, one tornado warning here that includes the northern part of Meade County, just north of Brandenburg. I can get that pulled up for you, I'm pretty sure, on the warning box, maybe. Here we go. And that tornado warning expires at 11:15. It's for Crawford County, Indiana, Harrison County, Indiana, and Meade County. Again, that's just the northern part of Meade County there. And that tornado warning is progressing off to the east. That is radar indicated. Again, that expires at 10:15 Central Time. So we'll look at the velocity there on that storm. Definitely some rotation going on right there along the Kentucky line there, just to the northwest of New Amsterdam. Again, this is radar indicated. That storm, that rotation is going to continue to make its way off to the east. Eventually, it will impact portions of downtown Louisville. So we're going to keep an eye on this storm. If you know anybody that lives in Louisville or just to the south of Louisville, this tornado warned storm is going to continue to push to the east, and that's going to be coming right into the Jefferson County area. Let me move that radar over just a little bit where you guys can see that just a little bit better. So there's your current tornado warning there for just north of Brandenburg, the northern part of Meade County, southern Indiana counties of Crawford and Harrison. And again, that storm is going to progress to the east. It's probably going to miss downtown Louisville, where the KFC Yum Center, all that good stuff is, but it's going to affect Jefferson County and to the south. So we're going to be paying attention to that storm here over the next little bit to see if it weakens, continues the strength that it has, or just falls apart completely. We'll keep an eye on it. But right now, definitely looking at it on radar here. We'll zoom in on a little bit more. You guys can see the still trying to learn this new radar here. Just bear with me here. This is a new radar we're using too. So there we go. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can see the hook echo right here on the back part of this, the Alton community. You can see that the inflow coming into the storm there, that little hook echo. So this is telling me that this is still a pretty strong tornadic storm, very capable of producing a tornado at any given point. So if you live in downtown Louisville, especially in the communities such as Shively, let's see what else we got here. Holly Villa, those type areas on the south side of Louisville. Definitely be paying attention here over the next little bit, okay? But as we zoom out here, you guys see where the National Weather Service has extended that tornado watch here. Basically, the north, I would say from Lexington over to the Brandenburg area and points to the north. Those are the areas that the National Weather Service has extended in that tornado watch. I don't expect an extension of this tornado watch to the south. The only thing that I expect is maybe a severe thunderstorm watch as this line slowly progresses to the south. I'm not expecting a full-blown tornado outbreak or anything like that here in the central Kentucky area. The areas right along the Ohio River, we're going to watch here over the next hour, 1 to 2 hours. I do believe that tornado threat is going to continue for areas right along the Ohio River, maybe areas just to the south. But I think as this line progresses to the south, we're going to be in a weakening phase. So let's look at the HRRR model. We'll just go ahead and pull up the newest update here. And what time is it now? About 10 o'clock. So let's progress to what's going on right now. So this is kind of what there's a new tornado warning that's coming in. We'll look over that here in just a second. But this is the HRRR model. This is 10 o'clock, okay? So 10 o'clock, you guys see where that line of severe thunderstorms is at right now, kind of in that same areas. And again, I've got Indiana and Illinois alerts pulled up as well. Normally in these type of situations, I would only have Kentucky alerts. I'm just doing a little testing on our new system to make sure everything's working correctly. So when we do have big events here in Kentucky, our alert system is going to work. So I'm about to actually shut that off because it's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. So I just shut that off, so we'll see if that works. Nice little test session here. Anyways, back to the Futurecast radar here. This is 11 o'clock. This is basically what we got ongoing right now. We see this line of storms right along the Ohio River. And this line's just going to slowly push to the south. This is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. The HRRR model really doesn't show anything significant. It really shows this line pretty much just deteriorating altogether and falling apart. So I'm not expecting, any type of major severe weather event here in central Kentucky. Now, I do believe that we're going to have a little bit stronger storms than what the HRRR model just showed. The HRRR model just showed that line basically just completely falling apart. Could that happen? Absolutely. Am I expecting that to happen? Probably not. I expect more of a gradual weakening. We're going to continue to see this tornado threat right here along the Ohio River, say here over the next hour to hour and a half. And then as these storms drop down closer to the Elizabethtown area, the Hodgenville area, that's when those storms are really going to weaken just a little bit more. Probably see more, it'll transition more into a damaging wind threat, maybe some isolated tornadoes. Not expected to see, anything widespread tornadic here in the central Kentucky area. But I also believe that the damaging wind threat will be on the slow decline as well. As this line progresses to the south. So if you live near the Tennessee border, I don't think you're going to see any severe weather tonight at all. I think the severe weather threat towards the Tennessee border is almost zero. I think areas here in central Kentucky, say from Bowling Green to Elizabethtown, you've got a shot at seeing a few severe thunderstorm warnings, maybe an isolated tornado warnings, but the best chance for any severe weather for the remainder of the night, I do believe, is going to be in this vicinity here. The northern half of central Kentucky, and the best chance is going to be right there along the Ohio River here over the next, say, 1 to 2 hours. So I'll be up, I'll be watching. I don't want anybody to let their guard down because we just don't know how these storms are really going to unfold. Like I said, that's what I'm expecting to see. Is a gradual weakening as this line drops to the south and east. But we're going to be watching that closely to see how these storms, see how they react to the atmosphere here over the next 1 to 2 hours. Because these storms have definitely overperformed today, right? We didn't really expect a full-blown tornado outbreak over Indiana, Illinois today. We knew there would be storms. We knew they would be severe. We knew they would probably produce, several tornadoes, but we didn't expect what we've seen today. So these storms are still producing tornadoes right now. We have, again, you zoom into the radar here, we still have several tornado warnings in effect here right along the Ohio River. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tornado warnings right there along the Ohio River. And the one that's going to probably threaten Kentucky first is probably going to be this one right here, again, just north of Brandenburg, near the New Amsterdam area. This is still a radar-indicated tornado warning. Expires at 11 o'clock p.m. That's Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central. We'll go back here to the velocity mode. Still some rotation showing up there just to the west of New Amsterdam. Still, you look at the reflectivity, you still see the inflow here on this storm, on that Hook Echo there. Again, it's going to be just to the west of New Amsterdam. The area of rotation is going to be in Kentucky, but it's going to cross back over into Indiana, make its way. There's a Kentucky warning, so at least we know my new alert system is working. But that tornado warning, the tornado warning storm is going to make its way into the southern half of Jefferson County before it's all said and done. So again, if you live in Jefferson County or know somebody that lives in Jefferson County, especially south of Louisville, please make sure they are staying weather aware here over the next, say, 30 minutes to an hour as that storm kind of progresses into that region. And then I just seen a new severe thunderstorm warning. Was that this one right here? Yeah, that's going to be an extension of this one right here, I think. Because that one just, that new warning was just pulled up. That's going to be for Clark County, Floyd County, Henry, Jefferson, Oldham, Trimble. So we'll get that warning, should pop up here any second. So, and I did see the National Weather Service extended that tornado watch to include Breckenridge County there. Expires at 9:45. So that one just expired. So that's an old warning that was just popped back up. So we'll get that one off of here. That's a severe thunderstorm watch. Let's just get that one off of here. There we go. So that was actually an expiration of that warning. So no severe thunderstorm warning is in effect. The only warnings we have in effect here are the 4 or 5 tornado warnings just along and north of the Ohio River. So that's really all I have for you guys right now. Again, just monitoring these storms just north of the Ohio River. Again, expecting these storms to slowly weaken as they progress to the south. Again, north central Kentucky is going to have the best chance for any type of severe weather. Central Kentucky, probably more of an isolated in nature for severe weather. Probably see a severe thunderstorm warning or two. Maybe an isolated tornado warning. Then south central Kentucky, I'm really not expecting to see anything. Okay, so anyways, while we're sitting here, I don't care to sit here and chat for a few minutes. I ain't got nothing to do. What do you guys think about our new setup here? Trying to get a little more professional here with everything. I've worked really hard on this over the past couple of weeks. We got other things in the works as well. These streams are going to get even more professional going forward. This is just kind of a test bait. So you guys let me know what you think about the new stream setup, what we can do to improve. Obviously, we'll do what we can to accommodate. And if you guys have any questions, again, I'm not going to be able to answer everybody's questions, but if I see some different things, I don't care to answer them. Thank you guys for all your compliments on the new stream setup. I definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Thank you, Kobe. I see you commenting in there. You get that Skywarn certification, sir, and then we'll do some talking. Might get you on the team for some storm spotting. Awesome. Appreciate everybody's compliments. Rhonda, no, these storms was always going to be moving to the southeast. They're slowly moving to the southeast. You know, appreciate everybody's compliments. Definitely good to hear. And like I said, we have this warning system in effect too. So when we have new warnings come in, you know, it'll show up on the stream as well. And I'll be able to, you know, if there's, I've actually got my laptop over here beside me. So like if there's warnings, like if we'll just do another example. You know, if we're in real time talking about this tornado warning, which we can talk about it. I can do, let's see here. I can pin the warning. That way you guys know the warning, what warning we're talking about, and the information there about this warning. So this warning right here, again, it's for Crawford County, Indiana, Harrison County, Indiana, Meade County, Kentucky. It shows the type of warning. It's radar indicated. If this was a tornado on the ground, it would say tornado observed. It gives expiration time. So I have the option of putting that up on the screen, so that way, if we're talking about these warnings, you guys can see the warning detail underneath the radar picture. So I think that's pretty cool. I have the option of taking that off or on, toggle off. Like if I wanted to do, more on the tornado warning here, we can do that. We'll look at the velocity mode here. Velocity's kind of falling apart a little bit there, but still definitely some strong, I wouldn't say strong rotation, definitely some rotation still occurring there around the New Amsterdam area right there along the Indiana-Kentucky line. So again, this is the storm that we're going to be watching. It's going to be moving into Louisville. Again, you see this, and if you zoom in here and see, there's still a hook echo on this storm. That means there's still inflow, there's still rotation right along the New Amsterdam area. And again, this is the storm that we are watching that is going to be coming into the Jefferson County area south of Louisville. Maybe even Bullock County. There's a chance the northern part of Bullock County gets clipped by this storm. So don't want to let your guard down there on the northern part of Bullock County as well. But it's going to be for sure the southern part of Jefferson County, maybe the northern part of Bullock County. Lots of lightning ongoing with this storm as well. So we'll keep an eye on that here over the next little bit. So as far as this line getting into central Kentucky, we're probably still at least 2 hours away before it getting probably south of E-Town. So it's going to be well into the early morning hours before this line gets into central Kentucky. But again, this line is going to be in a weakening phase. We've already seen, if you look at the radar, you've already seen the all the thunderstorm activity, severe thunderstorm activity on the right side of this line. It's going to be to the west of Louisville. We've already seen everything on this side drop down to below severe limits. You can see there's a lot of rain out in front of that line. If you look at it, the strongest part of this line right here is going to be just to the east of Louisville there. And that was severe warning just a few minutes ago, but that has been allowed to expire. So we'll keep an eye on that area, the right around the LaGrange area. Campbellsburg, this type area right here from Crestwood over to LaGrange up to Campbellsburg. This is still a pretty strong line of thunderstorm activity there. I don't know if the National Weather Service has a special weather statement on it or not. They do not. So this is just a strong area of thunderstorm activity, but this has weakened below severe limits, and so has everything else on this line that is to the east of Louisville. So the only thing we're really watching here is this line that is to the west of Louisville, which I'm glad to see the warning system's working. So there is a new tornado warning that was just issued. This is going to be for Crawford County, Indiana, and Meade County, which is the same area. It's probably just an update. Yeah, still radar indicated. We get a refresh on this. Oh, that looks a lot stronger right there. This might be a debris ball right here, folks. Good call out, Mike. This might be a debris ball right here. It's going to be just to the north of Brandenburg. And this could be, let's look at the velocity here. Yeah, it could be a tornado very close to being on the ground. That's going to be to the north of Brandenburg right there. So do we have anybody that's in that vicinity there? There's that new tornado warning that was just issued. So, yeah, the National Weather Service is hopping on this one for sure. Let me get that warning here pulled up. So this is actually going to go back into Indiana for sure. But if you look at this reflectivity mode, look at this hook echo on this storm here. This is a very good inflow into this storm. You can see it very, very easy, and you see this debris ball right here. Well, I say it's a debris ball. It looks like a debris ball. It may not be, but it definitely looks like that's where your rotation's going to be at. It's hard to tell on that right there. I don't think it's a debris ball. I think it's just a strong area of rotation right there on the south side of this tornado warning here, just to the northwest of Brandenburg. So this area of rotation is going to be back in the Indiana area. So we're going to keep an eye on that to see how it evolves, because again, this is the storm that's going to be continuing to progress to the east. That's going to be skirting the south side of Jefferson County and the northern side of Bullitt County. And there's that new radar sweep. I mean, if you're looking at it from radar, it's got the telltale sign of a debris ball, but I don't think that's a debris ball unless we see something different on correlation coefficient here, which is hard to tell. But that's definitely a pretty strong area of rotation there on the south side of that warning. So if you know anybody that lives in this area, please alert them. The northern side of Brandenburg, this is going to skirt Brandenburg. It's going to miss Brandenburg by just a couple miles. So looking through the comments here. Storm chasers. So right now we're still in the we have storm chasers. We're starting to get some more on the team here. We're definitely wanting to get more chasers out in the field. But our main storm chaser was up in Indiana, Illinois, storm chasing today, and he was actually able to video and chase 2 tornadoes today. So he's actually on his way back to E-Town. So he's still in the vicinity, but when you get into the nighttime chasing, it's a whole different animal. So probably not going to see a whole lot of nighttime chasers from our team until we get a little bit more advanced with some technology, which we'll get to that point. But it does take a lot of effort to chase at night, because at night, if you make the wrong move in a tornado warning, it could be, the difference between seeing the next day and going to bed at night. But we don't have any chasers on the storm right now, but in the future we will. We'll definitely have that going forward. We'll have multiple chasers out and about. We're still in the recruiting process of getting a few more chasers on the team, which we'll have that done here pretty soon. At least I think so. I'll have to run it by the other people on the team to make sure that that's still what the plan is. So Mike is actually on our team. He's actually one of our meteorologists. I think Mike can hear me. I think he's monitoring chat. I mean, Mike, what do you think about this hook? I don't think it's a debris ball, but would that not look like one if you're looking at it from radar, from this perspective? I know I don't see anything. You might see something different. You might be able to tell me. I don't see anything on CC that shows being on the ground or anything like that. National Weather Service is still saying radar indicated, so I'm still saying radar indicated, Mike, if you can hear me. Strong area of rotation just to the north of Brandenburg there on the Indiana side. Yeah, Mike said could be dropping east-southeast near Brandenburg. So we'll keep an eye on it. But I mean, if you look at it from the radar perspective, I mean, it really does look like that looks like a debris ball, but it's not. It's not a debris ball. It's just a strong area of rotation right there, just to the north of Brandenburg. So National Weather Service still saying radar indicated. That's what we're doing. So, but anyways, while we're waiting on that one, we still have another tornado warning. Let's pull it out here. This is going to be, and this is another hook echo. And this is going to cross into portions of Kentucky as well. Lewisport, Kentucky, Tell City, Indiana. You got two different tornado warnings, I believe, because they cross county warning areas. You got one tornado warning that is issued by National Weather Service Paducah, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Yep, National Weather Service Paducah. And then as you cross over into the Tell City and Lewisport, Kentucky, Tell City, Indiana, that is National Weather Service in Louisville. So you have two separate tornado warnings ongoing here. But this tornado warning here, let me see if I can pull that one up. This is going to be radar indicated rotation. I believe this is southwestern Perry County. Let me make sure this is right. Yep, southwestern Perry County in south central Indiana and northern Hancock County in central Kentucky. That is where Lewisport is. And again, you see the same situation over here on this storm. You see a little bit of a hook echo on this as well. So that area of rotation is going to be just to the west of Lewisport there. And you definitely see that area of rotation right here. That's going to be just west of County Road 100, or right on top of County Road 100. There in, I believe that's Indiana, right? Yep. And so that area is going to be coming just to the north of Lewisport. So it's pretty much on a beeline there for Tell City, Indiana. So if you know anybody that lives in Tell City, it's got a pretty, I wouldn't say it's a strong area, but it's a pretty decent area of rotation. If it strengthens any more, it could definitely put a tornado down pretty quickly. So that's going to be just to the west of Tell City there. So that's your one tornado warning there. And then your other tornado warning here, again, just north of Brandenburg. We're watching this one pretty closely. That hook echo still looking mighty strong there. But again, not seeing anything on, the CC or anything like that that shows that it's on the ground producing damage. So, and that on that latest radar scan there, you can see that hook echo definitely looks a little bit more distorted. Still a strong area of rotation there on the south side of this warning, just north of Brandenburg. And this warning, this storm is still going to be moving to the east. So this storm's going to be moving this direction. Let me zoom out here. There we go. Zoom out a little bit where you guys can kind of see where everything's at. And so this storm is still going to be moving to the east. Again, it's going to be right there on the southern part of Jefferson County, northern part of Bullitt County. We'll see if it holds together. I'm sure the National Weather Service will extend this warning in some capacity as this storm continues moving to the east. Definitely be probably somewhere in this vicinity right here. It definitely probably will include parts of Bullitt and Jefferson County. We'll see what the National Weather Service decides to do with that one here over the next little bit. But outside of that, again, we continue to see the warnings come down. I think we're down to, it's technically 5 tornado warnings, but it's really 4 because, again, 2 of those warnings cross National Weather Service territory. So one territory had to issue one warning. The other territory had to issue the other warning. So that's technically a tornado warning that would be in 1. We still have that tornado warning just to the north of Evansville, Indiana. So again, I don't want anybody And there's that tornado warning that is actually going to include parts of Hardin County. So that's exactly what I was just telling you guys right here. They did issue an extension, and they are going to include parts of Hardin County. It's going to be the West Point area of Hardin County. I mean, the very northern part. So anybody in Hardin County that gets, I'm hoping we don't see what we've seen in the past. But in the past, parts of Hardin County has been in a tornado warning, and they sound the sirens in E-Town or Radcliffe. That's nowhere near E-Town or Radcliffe, so don't want anybody to freak out for Hardin County. So they just issued a new tornado warning here. This does include the city of Brandenburg. So let me get that warning out real quick. There we go. So there's that tornado warning there. It should be at the bottom of your screen in just a second. There we go. So again, that tornado warning is going to be for Harrison County, Indiana, parts of Meade County, that includes the city of Brandenburg, and a very, very small portion of Hardin County. That's going to include the West Point area. This is radar indicated. So I don't want anybody to think this is a tornado on the ground or anything like that. This is radar indicated, still showing a strong hook echo on this storm. That's going to be pretty much right there to the north of Brandenburg. But you see the hook echo coming into this storm here. This definitely shows some strong rotation. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Again, Mike's the meteorologist on our team. He's watching things from his end as well. He's shooting me back some information as well. So I definitely appreciate that. Velocity still showing that area of rotation, and just to the north of Brandenburg there. So if you're in Brandenburg, you probably need to be in your tornado safe zone. This area of rotation is going to track somewhere along the lines of this right here. And that's why they have issued this tornado warning. So I know I've already seen some people asking about Elizabethtown and Hardin County. You know, this is not going to be anywhere near E-Town. The only part of Hardin County that it is including here is this little section right here in Hardin County. This is it right here. This little section right here. West Point, Madrid, or however you say it. I always say it wrong. That's the only area there in Hardin County that this warning includes. Very, very small portion of it. And the new severe thunderstorm warning you guys just seen was this one right here. I'll show you guys that new severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up on the screen. That's going to include a very, very small portion of Meade County. And that's going to be this warning right here. That's the new severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up. So literally the only part of Kentucky that it includes is this little sliver right here of Meade County. The rest of that severe thunderstorm warning is in Indiana. So now I'm looking at comments. Tammy, I seen where you said your mama lives in Hardin County and her sirens are going off. Does anybody in Hardin County, is the sirens going off in Hardin County? I'm looking at the comments now. Is the sirens in E-Town going off? This happened last time. Can anybody confirm that? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Whoever runs, and I try not to scrutinize people, but whoever runs Elizabethtown Emergency Management, you guys can't be sounding the sirens in Elizabethtown. It's nowhere near Elizabethtown. This happened last time when there was a tornado warning that hit just like the southern part of Hardin County. they flip the sirens for the whole county. Yeah, I'm seeing the sirens in Radcliffe too. Is that what I just seen? Yeah, that's ridiculous. We're going to have to talk. We're going to have to do something about that because that's there's no reason for everybody. And what that creates is what we call I forgot what the word is, but it's basically like crying wolf all the time. Sirens go off all the time, nothing happens, then people typically don't take shelter when they need to. But the only part of Hardin County this warning is including is the West Point, the northern part of Hardin County. I'm gonna calm down a little bit because I don't need to be talking negatively about anybody, but that should not happen. There should not be any warnings going off for Radcliffe, Elizabethtown, and 98% of Hardin County. Because the only area that it includes in this tornado warning is the very northern tip of Hardin County. So if you're in Radcliffe, you're good. If you're in Elizabethtown, you're good for now. We're watching this line as it progresses to the south. Again, I'm expecting this line to weaken, so I'm not saying you're in the clear by no means, but you're not currently under a tornado. Radcliffe's not in a tornado warning. Elizabethtown's not in a tornado warning. The only part of Hardin County that's in a tornado warning is the very northern part that is the West Point community. So if you live in northern Hardin County, around the West Point community, you do need to be in your tornado safe zone. As this area of rotation near Brandenburg, let's go ahead and go back to the radar here and look at it. Still an area rotation showing up right there along the Brandenburg, right along the Kentucky, Indiana line. And you guys can see this hook echo still showing up here, just right along and just to the east of Brandenburg. So if there was going to be an area of concern, it would be just to the northeast of Brandenburg, right along the Ohio. Here I did it again. Right along the Kentucky Indiana line. So again, nothing on the ground by no means. It's still radar indicated threat, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Again, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat about Hardin County. There is not any danger in Hardin County except the northern part. Northern part. Thanks, Mike. So Mike is our meteorologist on the team. He said he can see the Meade County storm downgrade soon. Showers are back building off to its west, moving fast from the storm. So basically what we've been talking about all night, we're expecting this line to start to weaken a little bit, and that's what Mike is seeing on his end as well. So we're expecting this storm here in Brandenburg probably weaken soon. Still, there's an area of rotation near the Brandenburg area. We're not going to discount that by no means, but we're watching it closely here over the next. When does this warning expire? 18 minutes. We're watching that over the next 18 minutes here. Again, we're going to do another zoom out. And again, this line to the east of Louisville is pretty much went to nothing. This is just some heavier rain activity. There's some lightning involved, probably some gusty winds, but as far as severe weather, nothing. So that's definitely some good news. Hopefully the west side of this line catches on pretty soon. We can get this line to weaken. Again, that is what I'm expecting here over the next couple hours, is this line right along the Ohio River to slowly weaken. Now, we seen this last week whenever I was in Florida. I forgot what day it was. I think it was early Thursday morning, pretty much the same scenario. We had a line of strong to severe thunderstorms in the Illinois, Indiana region slowly make its way into central, or I guess I shouldn't say central Kentucky, but into the northern half of central Kentucky. And that line slowly weakened as it progressed into the northern half of central Kentucky. Now, they still had some strong storm activity in the Cincinnati area, Covington area, that area, but they're not going to see that tonight. The severe weather threat I would say it's pretty much over for the greater Cincinnati area, the Covington area, even up here in the LaGrange, Owington, this type area up here, any area to the north and east of Louisville. All right, looking through the comments here to see if there's anything that I need to look at. All right, so I don't see anything that I need to discuss there. So Mike said, so there's a new severe thunderstorm one. We'll get that here in just a second. Mike said this cell here, just to the right around the Lewisport area. It's just to the west of Tell City, upticking in velocity right there around the Lewisport area, 100%. Right there on the Indiana-Kentucky line. This area of rotation is going to be coming right over top of Tell City. So if you know anybody that lives in Tell City or the Lewisport area, make sure they're in their safe zone immediately, just in case this thing does quickly spin up and produce a tornado. It's still radar indicated as of right now. So, and then exactly what Mike said just a few minutes ago, he thought this storm was probably going to weaken, and Mike nailed it. So they're going to continue this tornado warning here for the next 14 minutes. But they have transitioned that into a severe thunderstorm warning. So we now have a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect. And that's going to be for Harrison County, Indiana, Bullitt, Hardin, Jefferson, and Meade County. That's going to go until 11:45 Eastern Time, 10:45 Central. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and penny-size hail is the threat, so making sure that's correct. So if you live in Shepherdsville, Brandenburg, Valley Station, Radcliffe, Hillview, West Point, Fox Chase, those type areas, that you will see severe thunderstorm conditions. So this is going to be just to the north of Radcliffe. It doesn't include downtown Radcliffe, but just to the north of Radcliffe there. This is going to be moving into the Bullitt County area as well, just to the west of Shepherdsville. Still going to watch this area of rotation here. But I don't see anything that is concerning by no means. 10:30, 11:30. We'll see what. I think that's just an update. Yeah, so that was just an update. So I need to fix my alert system to not alert me when it's updating. So what they did was just shave some of that warning off and continue the warning here for another 12 minutes. So that's something I need to work on my alert system, is make sure that the updates coming in do not get pinged as an alert. We'll get that fixed for sure. It's always good to have a nice little test session. So here's that tornado warning still technically in effect. That's something else I need to fix too on the alert system. I think it's all set on Central Time. So that expires at 10:30 Central. I need to make sure that's whatever county the warning's in, that it's set to expire at that time, and then it specifies the time zone it expires. So that needs to say 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So there's two things I need to fix. It's always good to have a nice little test session with when we're running new new products here. So we'll zoom out. We continue to see things kind of trend down a little bit. We're down to 4 tornado warnings now. The National Weather Service is going to let the one here in the Brandenburg area expire. Still got 25 minutes on this one here near can't even talk. Near Lewisport, the Tell City area. Velocity is still pretty strong there, and this area rotation is going to be between the Lewisport and Tell City area. So that's going to be an update of that tornado that you've just seen from the National Weather Service. So I need to, like I said, I need to fix that on the alert system. When the National Weather Service updates the warning, I don't need that to be on the broadcast. We'll get all that fixed. But that warning's got 25 minutes on that. Go back here to the reflectivity. We'll put a motion on the radar here. Take the tornado watch off there. You guys can kind of see just by looking at the radar here just over the last hour, you can kind of see how it's definitely weakened some in intensity. I'll do a full zoom out here so you guys can kind of just see how it's looking from the Kentucky State perspective here. And it's definitely weakened over the past hour for sure. So that's definitely what we like to see. Let's see here. Let's look here. I had somebody ask me a question. As far Melissa, I see what you're saying here, Melissa. Clarksville, Indiana, still going to be a chance for some severe weather, but the tornado threat's definitely come down here over the last little bit. So that's going to be near the Louisville area, just the north of Louisville, and I definitely believe that. I definitely think that the worst of that's going to be, if there's going to be any type of tornadic activity, it's probably going to be just south of Louisville. So I think you're on. I think you're good there, Melissa. All right, going through. Looking through the comments here. Seeing if I need to check out anything. I think, Kayla, I think Louisville's probably going to be in the clear too. There's still some severe weather just to its west. They're not 100% in the clear, but I think their threat level has definitely come down. So Mike says he's looking at the radar. He says we're pretty sure the only storm we're going to have to worry about is this one just north of Evansville, but it's still north of the Kentucky line. It's going to be coming close to the Santa Claus, Indiana, just south, that type area. Let me put a pause on the radar here and let's look at all these storms here one more time. I think we might be starting to wind down here, Mike, just like we thought. Let's go back here to the radar. Let's go back to the Tell City, Indiana storm. Let's look at the velocity mode. Still some rotation, but nothing that really concerns me by no means. But that's just going to be right there just to the south and west of Tell City, Indiana. And that's going to be moving back into Indiana. Again, we're going to keep an eye on that because it is going to come back into Kentucky, the Meade County vicinity. And then we're going to go back here to the Brandenburg storm. It's just to the west of Brandenburg now that we officially have a tornado warning here and for another 5 minutes. Velocity scan, nothing that really concerns me at all. So that tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire in 5 minutes. Severe thunderstorm warning here continues. And that does include the Fort Knox area. So I just had somebody ask me about, Jennifer asked me about Fort Knox. So severe thunderstorm warning. So there's an update on that. I'm pretty sure that's the same storm. Yep. So they just put an update out and they upgraded that to a 70 mile an hour severe thunderstorm warning. So I can pull that one up here. So there's your new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. It's going to go for Harrison County, Indiana, Bullitt County. Let me get this whole thing pulled up here. Yeah, Harrison County, Bullitt County, Hardin County, Jefferson County, and Meade County. That's going to go until 11:45 Eastern Time, 10:45 Central. So 18 more minutes on that storm right there. So if you live in Shepherdsville, Valley Station, Hillview, West Point, Fox Chase, Rosewood, Evans Landing, those type areas, that is the areas that is going to experience some severe thunderstorm conditions, potentially up to 70 mile an hour winds. Yeah, so that's just a more update on. It says new tornado warning. I got to get that fixed. So I don't want anybody to freak out about that. But that was just, again, that was an update of the warning that was just there. The National Weather Service is going to allow that tornado warning to expire there for portions of Meade and Hardin County, the very northern part. This tornado warning right here that you're looking at, that tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire. Yeah, the storm hasn't reached West Point there, Karen. It's getting ready to blow through West Point right now. But this tornado warning has been allowed to expire, so you'll see it disappear from the screen here in just a second. So while we're waiting here, I'll go ahead and try to fix some of these things on the alert system. How many people do we have live right now that's watching? About 400, 500. Yeah, so this is again, before I start kind of being relaxed here in the chat, I want to be perfectly clear that we are and have always expected these storms to weaken as they progress to the south and east, okay? The higher tornado threat and the higher severe weather threat was always going to be in Illinois, Indiana. We've been talking about this for 3 days now. Did we expect the tornado outbreak that we got today? Absolutely not. Everything overachieved a little bit more than what we expected. But the areas that the tornadoes hit today and the severe weather, all that was pretty much on the money. Chris and Mike here at Zero Meter Chasers, they did a heck of a job identifying that area and knocking it out of the park. That's where Chris was up there chasing today. But as far as central Kentucky and Kentucky in general, we always expected the areas right along the Ohio River and north of the parkways to have the best chance for severe weather. And we expected this line to be in a weakening phase as we get closer to the midnight hour. And that's exactly what's happening. So you see that tornado warning expire. You've seen the tornado warning expire up here in Evansville, Indiana, just the north. We have this tornado warning here for another 14 minutes for the Tell City, Indiana area. And real quickly, I will zoom in on that one here. It's still an area of rotation here, but it doesn't look like it's anything significant by no means. That one probably looks like they'll let it expire too. Maybe replace it with a severe thunderstorm warning. They did just issue a new tornado warning there just to the northeast of Evansville, Indiana. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that storm. But still, overall, we have 2 tornado warnings and a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. So this line is definitely weakened since we've been live. So we've been live for 50 minutes. So this line is definitely weakened. I think when I went live, we had 7 or 8 tornado warnings and 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. And now we're down to just 4 warnings total on the severe side. So that's definitely good news. So while we're kind of waiting, let me see if I can fix some of this stuff on the alert system. All right. You might see some stuff disappear for a minute. It should fix one of them. See what the chat's saying. All right, now let's see if that fixed it. Let's pin this one. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Yeah, that is right. It expires 10:45, and we got the Eastern Daylight Time. I don't think that's right though. Let me look here. Yeah, that's not right. It's 11:45 Eastern. All right, let's try again. Alright, let's see what the chat says. See if there's anybody in chat that we need to look at. Let's see here. The 3 a.m. line. This is the same line that this is the only line we're going to see tonight. So this line's not going to, we're not going to have an additional line develop. This is the same line that's going to be moving through. So again, still expecting the same thing. This line is going to slowly lose its steam. So that Tell City, Indiana storm now has, they're going to allow that tornado warning to expire. And they're going to replace that with a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. And that expires at 11 o'clock Central Time. And that's, so let's see if we can get that. All right, I think I got that fixed. So that is right. Severe thunderstorm warning here. This is a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. National Weather Service is going to allow that tornado warning that was previously in effect. That's still officially another 9 minutes there. They're going to allow that to expire. And they've replaced this with a severe thunderstorm warning. And that's going to be for Southern Perry County in Indiana, northeastern Hancock County, northwestern Breckenridge County. That's until 11 p.m. Central Time. So I got the time zone on that warning. Definitely appreciate that. 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-sized hail. So if you live in the Tell City area, Hardinsburg, Cloverport, Mystic, Sample, those type areas, you can expect some severe thunderstorm conditions here over the next 23 minutes. And we'll put a motion on this radar here, so you guys can kind of see how that's progressing. You can see how much it's weakened here just over the last hour. Look how strong it was coming out of Indiana. And then it's just kind of weakened as it gets right there along the Ohio River. So it's definitely some good news. And that's going to be an update. So I need to get that fixed next. So that's not a new tornado warning. All right, let's see if I can fix that, because we definitely don't need that. That was just an update on this warning here that expires in 7 minutes. And that's going to be the tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled. So that's what that update was that just came through. So that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. Okay, so I think I've got that fixed now. So I think I've got both of our issues on the alert system fixed. So that's good. All right, let's see what we got here. Brandenburg is probably going to be in the clear. Kristen. Uh, yeah, Ariel, on the line. Yeah, Ariel's getting a question answered, guys. On this line's coming through. I'm not expecting anything significant. It's going to be the line that you're seeing right now is the line that's going to be moving through 2 or 3 a.m. I'm not expecting anything significant at all. It's already, this line's already weakening as it's crossed the Ohio River or getting ready to cross the Ohio River. That is going to continue throughout the night. So again, not expecting. Again, I'm gonna say this for everybody in Central Kentucky, especially from E-Town and south. Not expecting anything hardly at all for tonight. Maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm warning, couple severe thunderstorm warnings. There is still an isolated tornado threat. I don't want everybody to just say, we're not going to see anything tonight. There's still the possibility for an isolated spin up tornado. You guys know how Kentucky weather works. Anytime we have these lines move in with any type of severe weather ingredients, you could 100% see a quick spin up tornado at any given point. In fact, last night, I forgot what state it was. I'm going to say it was Kansas. There was just a quick pop up tornado that developed. It wasn't even a tornado warned. It literally spun up, produced a tornado, hit somebody's mobile home, killed somebody, and then that was it. So unfortunately, there was a fatality, and like I said, I believe it was in Kansas. I don't remember what state it was, but this goes to show anytime you have, strong storms with the potential for some severe weather, you could 100% see a quick spin up tornado at any given point. So hopefully we don't see that. Hopefully we continue to see this line weaken and we don't see any severe weather. That's the hopes and dreams for tonight, right? But that's what I'm expected for pretty much all of Central Kentucky, south of Elizabethtown. Maybe an isolated severe storm here or there, maybe an isolated spin up tornado, but we're not expected to see anything major. Again, this line continues to weaken. You guys have seen it since we've been live. We've been live for an hour now. When I started this live coverage, we had, I believe, 8 or 9 tornado warnings. We're down to one here in just a minute because this tornado warning is going to expire. And I think we had 4 severe thunderstorm warnings, and we're at 3. So in the line has definitely weakened. That's what I expect for the rest of Central Kentucky. I'm not gonna stay live here much longer, to be honest with you guys. Just looking at this line here, we'll put it into motion here. Just look how much it's weakened just here in the last little bit. See how strong these storms was coming out of Indiana. Lots of lightning. That's something else you got to look at too. Anytime these storms are producing a lot of lightning, they're working with a lot of energy. Look how much the lightning has come down just as they have gotten right near the Ohio River. The lightning count has went from a lot to almost none in just an hour. So that definitely shows that these storms are weakening. Look at the Brandenburg storm. It was up here near Leavenworth. Pretty strong area. It showed a pretty strong hook echo on it. Rotation, pretty much riding that Meade County line there, right just to the north of Brandenburg, and then that line is just weakened even as it's gotten into northern Hardin County here. I'm not really seeing anything that's showing 70-mile-an-hour winds. We can look at the velocity mode here in just a second, but even these storms coming out of Santa Claus, Indiana, Tell City, Indiana, the lightning count has just dramatically just dropped here over the last hour. So that's a very fine indication that these storms are weakening. We'll zoom into this storm here that the National Weather Service said is producing. So yeah, they just updated that, which that is good. So they're saying that 60-mile-an-hour winds. They actually, it's a new severe thunderstorm warning, so that was good. So the winds have come down. So this warning here that you're looking at, National Weather Service says 70-mile-an-hour winds with that storm. They've issued a new severe thunderstorm warning, and that is now 60-mile-an-hour winds. So this is a new severe thunderstorm warning that they just issued. Again, that's going to be for Bullitt and Hardin County. Northeastern Hardin County to be specific there. And this storm's moving to the southeast at 30 miles an hour, Shepherdsville, Lebanon Junction, Ridgetop, Bardstown Junction, Hobbs, Cedar Grove. 60-mile-an-hour winds is going to be the main threat with this storm, and that expires at 12:15 Eastern Time. All right, the expiration still not right on the alert system. It says 11:15 Central Time, which is correct, but this warning is in an Eastern Time zone. The expiration is not correct. Still not. Let's see here. All right. Here's a PDS tornado. Is this in? It's in Indiana, ain't it? So this doesn't include any part of Kentucky, but this is a PDS tornado warning. This is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located over Boonville. This is in Indiana. This is just to the northeast of Evansville. You see Evansville right here, just to the north there of that tornado warning on the box. But this is near Boonville. This is a damaging tornado. So if you know anybody that lives in this vicinity, this is a confirmed tornado. If you look at the velocity mode here, definitely some rotation there that could produce a tornado. I don't really see anything on the CC that would show something as far as debris or anything like that, but that is something that we need to watch, and that is going to, again, be right there just north of the Ohio River. So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, still expecting these storms to weaken. But overall, storms have definitely come down. Again, just we'll stay live here just for a little bit longer. We're going to keep an eye on this PDS tornado warning. Then we still have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Still showing a little bit of a hook echo on this storm just to the north of Cloverport. Still a little bit of rotation just to the north of Cloverport. And there is, with this severe thunderstorm warning here, they are stating that a tornado is possible. So there obviously could be a quick spin up tornado at even any given point. It's going to be just to the north of Cloverport there. right along the Ohio River. And that's going to be coming, making a beeline toward Irvington. It's going to stay to the north of Hardinsburg. But if you live in Irvington, just be alert because that area just to your west there is producing a little bit of rotation. So again, a lot of people asking a time frame for Hart County. Again, we're looking at probably a couple hours here. Probably be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Not expecting anything really significant, okay? I don't want anybody to be freaking out. Probably, for me, my expectations, anybody south of Elizabethtown probably could be an isolated severe storm or two with an isolated quick spin up tornado. Not looking like a big deal at all. And that would be probably worst case scenario. So, you look at the line, especially to the west of Louisville, to the east of Louisville. This line to the east of Louisville here has weakened to nothing. And a lot of this line here in to the west of Louisville has weakened too. Like the area between Tell City and Brandenburg, pretty much nothing. That area of the line has weakened. You look out here toward the west, again, the only thing we're watching is this PDS tornado warning here. The rest of that line is really disintegrated too. So just a few areas, basically 3 areas along this line is really showing any type of strength. And the overall strength of this line has really came down here over the last hour. So we're going to continue to hope that that is the case. So I'll look through the comments here in just a second. Still trying to get some stuff fixed here. Because this severe thunderstorm warning still shows that it expires at 11:15 Eastern Time, and it does not. It expires at 12:15 Eastern Time. Let me see what this one's showing too. Yeah. Okay. Well, a quick spin up tornado is no biggie to the 14 tornado warnings that was ongoing in Illinois and Indiana today. We're not expecting that. I guess that's what I'm comparing it to. Yeah, the quick spin up tornado type thing. It's hard to predict those. Those just kind of happen whenever the line's moving to the south and east. Thank you, Ariel. I appreciate that. I've been working on the new layout. We got some the stuff that's coming, and I'm using tonight to kind of iron out some of the problems, which I haven't really seen a lot of problems. There's just been a few minor hiccups, like this one right now. It's annoying me a great deal because it's got the expiration time in Central Eastern Time. We got to fix that. All right, we'll take a break from that and future radar you guys said you wanted to see. So let's do it. This is the latest HRRR model. You guys get that off. Boom. You guys see the upper time frame? So it's 11 o'clock Central, midnight Eastern. So let's go ahead and forward that. So that's pretty much what we got going on right now. Storms right along the Ohio River. And then you guys see as we progresses as 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I mean, this line just does nothing. Basically just falls apart. And then we're basically into some isolated showers by the morning time frame. And then even tomorrow doesn't look like anything is going to happen. Maybe some isolated showers throughout the day. Rain definitely does not look as widespread as it once did for Monday. But again, this is what we're expecting to see. We'll do a quick zoom out on Kentucky so you guys can see the whole state. And again, this is what the HRRR model is showing with this line. It pretty much just falls apart to nothing. This is 3 o'clock. Again, you see some areas on the line that's stronger. This is where you could see an isolated severe storm. You know, you see the area just north of Litchfield there in the Grayson County area, and then some storm activity back here in the Madisonville area. That's where you could see a brief, severe thunderstorm warning. But this line basically just wilts away to nothing. So that's what we're starting to see. That's what we're expected to see for the remainder of the night. So glad you guys can get a quick radar future cast model there. Josh, these storms are breaking up because it's moving into an environment that's less conducive for severe weather. The best environment was across Illinois and Indiana. It's moving into an environment that's less conducive. We also have lost the daytime heating. These storms need sunlight and energy to really thrive. So I have Indiana warning still turned on. So we'll look at that here in just a second. But it needs sunlight to thrive and survive. And obviously, once the sun sets, it loses that energy. All right, still tracking this severe thunderstorm warning here. Still got another 16 minutes on that. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. That is going to include parts of Irvington. All right, so this new severe thunderstorm warning here is going to go for Perry County, Indiana, Breckenridge County, and Meade County, Kentucky. It's going to go into 12:45 a.m. Eastern, 11:45 Central. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. Making sure that is right. So if you live in Brandenburg, Webster, Irvington, Raymond, Mystic, Holt, Rome, those type areas, you can experience severe thunderstorm conditions. The National Weather Service is also stating to remain alert for a possible tornado. There still is a little bit of rotation in this area. You can see that there is still some inflow with this storm just to the northeast of Cloverport. So at any given point, you could definitely see some strengthening there to where you might see a quick spin up tornado there with that portion of the storm. So if you live in the Irvington area, be in your or just be prepared for some severe thunderstorm conditions and be alert for a possible tornado for sure. The PDS tornado warning was dropped. So this tornado warning is now back to radar indicated. And there is an upgrade, new severe thunderstorm warning. We go to 11:15 Central Time. There we go. I think we've got that severe thunder. I think we got that time thing fixed now. So now that's correct. That expires at 12:15 Eastern Time. Thank you. So there, new severe thunderstorm warning here issued expires at 12:15. The National Weather Service has upgraded this. This severe thunderstorm warning is located. This severe thunderstorm is located near Shepherdsville. 70-mile-an-hour winds. Shepherdsville, Lebanon Junction is down in this warning too. Ridgetop, Bardstown Junction, Hobb, Cedar Grove, Belmont, those type areas. Let's look at the velocity mode here. You can definitely see where there is some stronger winds here with this storm. And that's going to be coming in, again, it's going to be just to the north of Lebanon Junction, right along the I-65 corridor. So that's the area where the stronger winds is going to be occurring, up to 70 miles an hour. So Hardin County has been dropped, and that is the correct expiration time. So at least we got that fixed. Let's see if it fixed it for the other warnings. Like for this warning, lightning's picked back up on this storm here in the Breckenridge County area. Let's see if this is right. There we go. All right, perfect. So again, severe thunderstorm warning continues here for southeastern Perry County, southeastern Meade, central Breckenridge County till 12:45 Eastern. The expiration time is right, 11:45 Central. So there's one problem fixed. 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail. We're watching. This lightning has really picked up here, so that means this storm is actually strengthening a little bit. So if you live in Breckenridge County here, and in the Meade County area, the Irvington area, that is the area that we are watching right now. Velocity, still, I don't really see anything that is too concerning, but you definitely can see some inflow into that storm. Still some inflow right there that we're watching. So with that lightning picking up, that's definitely what we're going to watch this storm here just for the next little bit. You're not going to stay live too much longer. I know I've said that 5 or 6 times. But at this point, how many people we got watching? 250. So, like I said, the past 30 minutes, we're still tracking storms. But the main thing for me, I've treated this last little bit as a little bit of a test session with the new warning system, the new layout that we've got. Again, we're going to be doing some more things, integrating some new things as well here at the 0 Meter Chasers. So I want to make sure that everything's working correctly on my team. We have a great team here at 0 Meter Chasers. I want to make sure I'm doing my part to contribute. So I wanted to make sure that we have everything working correctly. Mike is still looking at things. Chris, I see your message. I'd love to show. So Chris was out chasing today. I'd love to show it on stream right now, Chris, but I don't know how to do it on my new setup just yet. Just bear with me on that. So we're going to get it though. I did have I showed I lost train of thought there. Chris, one of your videos earlier, our chaser Chris Evans, he was in Illinois, Indiana earlier, and on one of his tornadoes that he got, it was near Vincennes, Indiana. I was able to grab part of his video, put it on the 0 Meter Chaser page, and I shared it to my page. So if you guys want to see the one of the tornadoes Chris got today, go to my page, scroll down a little bit, or go to our 0 Meter can't even talk. I'm getting sleep deprived. Our 0 Meter Chaser Facebook page, you can see that video that Chris got earlier. So we're definitely going to fix a few things here. Again, we're getting everything ironed out. We're starting to get things moving in the right direction now. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. With it being midnight Eastern, 11 o'clock Central, I'm still going to be up. Still going to be tracking. If these storms go any more severe, we'll obviously hop back on and we'll go back live. But let's go over the warnings we have, and one by one, and then kind of what to expect for the rest of the night. So we'll do a quick 5-minute kind of rundown here. So the first severe thunderstorm warning we have here, this is for Bullitt County. This is for 70-mile-an-hour winds. It's right along the I-65 corridor. So from Shepherdsville down to Lebanon Junction, you can expect winds between 60 to 70 miles an hour. This severe thunderstorm warning expires at 12:15 Eastern. So about another 5 minutes, there could be an additional warning tacked on that would include parts of the Nelson County area, maybe even the Bardstown, Bloomfield area, because this area between Shepherdsville and Lebanon Junction is still a pretty strong area. Obviously, severe warning for a reason, but we could definitely see that extended to the east by the National Weather Service. We'll keep an eye on that. our secondary warning that we are tracking here is near the Irvington area. And this is a severe thunderstorm warning here that is going to include parts of southeastern Perry County and south central Indiana, which has pretty much moved out of that area, southwestern Meade County and central Breckinridge County. And this goes until 12:15 Eastern Time, 11:45 Central. So another 34 minutes on this storm. 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail, primary threats, isolated tornado is possible. Brandenburg, Webster, Irvington, these type areas is going to be the main threat. I wonder if the National Weather Service took that tornado tag off. I don't see it on my end. Yeah, tornado's still on there. Okay. Yeah, tornado possible tag still with that storm. You see the inflow with this storm, and you see the uptick in lightning. This means this storm is strengthening. So if you live in Irvington or the Irvington community, I would be in your tornado safe zone just as a precaution. Anytime you have storms like this and you have a quick spin up tornado, you want to kind of be proactive with these things. Looking at the velocity mode here, definitely some rotation in there just to the west of Irvington, right here in this vicinity. And you can definitely see a quick spin up tornado with that, but I don't see anything that's really screaming a tornado threat right now. But there's definitely some inflow. There's definitely an increase in lightning. So we definitely need to keep an eye on that, especially with that latest update there. Definitely some more rotation right there. That's going to be just to the west of Irvington. So again, if you live in Irvington or know anybody that lives in Irvington, let them know. They probably need to be in their tornado safe zone here over the next 32 minutes. And we could definitely see this storm move into the Radcliffe area as well as we zoom out here as this storm progresses to the east. The Radcliffe area, parts of Meade County, could be included in a future possible severe thunderstorm warning. And if that could be an area that we see a quick spin up tornado warning as well. Let's zoom out here to our tornado warning, and this is going to be, let me get Indiana selected here so we can get that warning pulled up. And this is going to be just outside of Kentucky, but we, there's an update on that tornado warning as we was just talking about it. So this is going to be the newest one that was just issued. So this is a tornado warning for Spencer and Warwick County in Indiana. Again, this is going to be pretty much the same areas that just experienced a tornadic storm. The Lewisport and Tell City, Indiana areas. Still a pretty good area of rotation just to the west of Lewisport. So again, this is going to come pretty much right to the north of Lewisport and right over top of Tell City. And again, this is another storm that could eventually make its way into the Irvington area, the northern part of central Kentucky there as well. So we're going to keep an eye on that. This is a radar indicated threat. That tornado warning is in effect for another 31 minutes. So if you know anybody that lives in this area, the Lewisport, Tell City location, just they need to be in their tornado safe zone here over the next 30 to 45 minutes. And there is an expansion of that severe thunderstorm warning that I was just talking about. And I thought that's what the National Weather Service would do. This is going to include parts of the Bloomfield Bardstown area, so just like I thought. And that's going to expire at 1 o'clock Central Time. That's going to be for Bullitt, Nelson, and Spencer County. Southwestern Spencer, Northern Nelson, Central Bullitt until 1 o'clock Central Time. 60-mile-an-hour winds. The storm's moving to the southeast at 60 miles an hour. So Bardstown, Shepherdsville, which has already come through Shepherdsville, it's to the south and east of Shepherdsville. It's pretty much right along that I-65 corridor, and it's moving to the southeast at 25 miles an hour. So this is going to include Hillview, Bloomfield, Fairfield, Highgrove, Bardstown Junction, Hobbs, and Scuffletown. So a good chunk here of Nelson County. So if you live in Bardstown, Bloomfield, these type areas, this is just a radar indicated. We're looking at 60-mile-an-hour winds, main threat, small hail possible as well. A little bit of lightning, nothing significant by no means. So again, if you live in the Bardstown area, nothing tornadic. We'll look at the velocity mode here just to double check. This is 100% going to be damaging winds, straight line winds. We're going to watch the south side. I said no rotation. We're going to watch this little area here, right there on the Bullitt Nelson County line. Doesn't seem like anything suspicious right now, but you see there is a little bit of inflow here on the bottom side of this storm. So we'll watch it, make sure nothing suspicious happens with it. But right now, damaging winds, primary threat with that storm there. So now let's do a quick zoom out. We'll take that alert off and we'll zoom out. And then I told you guys I would do a Futurecast model again. This is the HRRR. Kind of what to expect for the remainder of the night. It's 11 o'clock Central Time right now. So basically same thing, you guys. I'll zoom out a little bit more so we can see the full state of Kentucky. Pretty much same thing you're seeing right now. Storms right along the Ohio River, along just to the north, just to the south, pretty much hugging the Ohio River. And this is, again, timestamp is right here at the top corner, 12 o'clock a.m. That's going to be Central Time. This line pretty much hangs out right there along the Ohio River and just kind of disintegrates as we progress into the early morning hours. So, again, not expecting severe weather to continue all the way down through central Kentucky. Pretty much anybody south of Elizabethtown, I'm expecting maybe a severe thunderstorm warning or two throughout the night, and I think that's probably worst case scenario. Can't rule out the potential for an isolated tornado, but definitely not expecting that, okay? So that is what we're kind of looking at for the remainder of the night. So don't want anybody to let their guard down, but very low severe threat for anybody south of Elizabethtown tonight. So that's all I have right now for you guys. I'm going to end the live coverage. Again, just have these 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll watch them. I'm going to keep an eye on them here over the next hour. If I see anything that needs to be, if I need to go live again for any of these storms, say there's a tornado warning for any of these 2, I'll obviously jump back on and we'll do a live video for that. But until then, just stay close to your Facebook feed. Stay weather aware throughout the night just in case, but I'm not expecting to see anything significant by no means. So appreciate you guys hopping on. Appreciate you guys giving feedback on the new streaming setup. And appreciate you guys kind of sitting with me as I work through some of the kinks to get everything worked out like they should be before we get into a real severe weather situation. Not to say this, I'm not saying this isn't real. I guess I was just saying so we don't get into a real bad severe weather situation and things are going wrong to where it's a little bit more difficult to fix that. So definitely appreciate you guys sticking with me through that. We're gonna keep an eye on things. I want to keep an eye on the inflow with this storm here in Bardstown. Let me look at the velocity again with that one. So that's good. I don't really see anything that's suspicious on the velocity, but you definitely see a little bit of inflow here on this storm as it's coming into Nelson County. So let me put a motion on this radar here. Yeah, you can definitely see a little bit, but I don't see anything on the velocity that is showing anything suspicious, so that's good. Anyway, sorry, I seen that on the radar right before I was getting ready to log out for the time being. So anyways, like I said, I'll keep an eye on things. If there's anything that mischievous that comes up here over the next hour or 2, I'll obviously jump back on the live, give you guys that information. But again, anything south of Elizabethtown, not expected to see any type of major severe weather event or anything like that. Maybe a couple severe thunderstorm warnings and an isolated tornado at worst. And then I'm definitely expecting this line to continue to weaken as it progresses to the south. So I will keep an eye on things. Again, like I said, you guys stay weather aware. Have your phones close to you.